So it is now time to go over the purchase order tab. This is where all of your hard work, all of the energy that you've been putting in is coming to fruition. This is where it's the final stage before you actually go and submit a purchase order to your supplier to buy inventory for your business. So this is one of my favorite stages because this is all like real data, tangible things that's live pulled from Amazon that we can use to be able to buy inventory for our company. So before we jump into how we would review it, download a PO, ask for better pricing, and even create a shipment, we're going to jump into a few different parts of this. So the first thing is, like the other parts of the software, we have the save filters. Save filters will allow you to create filters and then save a preset within here. So whenever you come into the software, if there's specific suppliers that you like to source or filter a specific way, you can create a filter for that supplier or whatever you prefer. The next thing will be adjusting columns. Same way. If you like to review a PO in a certain style for your specific supplier, you can create multiple different presets. If you're someone that doesn't want to look at all these different columns and data, you can really simplify the process to working purchase orders by just simply removing any columns that you don't need or hiding any columns or moving them around. Outside of that, we also have preferences where you can change the profit prices on the working PO, whether you want to look at historical keep data of like 90 days, 30 days, 365, or if you prefer to look at the most latest data, which I personally would prefer. The next thing is going to be refreshing the data as well. So when you hit refresh data, that will make a call to action for us to pull those direct products on this list. It might take a few minutes for all the information to get live, but you will see a difference in the numbers. Up top, all these things are clickable. You will be able to see what vendors are on this list and how much profit, what is their margins, their ROIs by simply clicking. So I could click on here. I could see that Value Wholesale has around $8,000 in cost of goods, which is 48% of the total value on this working PO. So now that we kind of got that out of the way, we can also now jump into adding products in. So if we wanted to add a product into the software, we could also simply just do it by clicking add ASIN and then just searching that specific ASIN within here and then clicking the vendor that you want to buy from. And from here, you can add a product into the system if you would like as well. Now that we added this product into the working purchase order, the next stage is going to be adjusting any buy quantities. So as we're reviewing products, we want to be able to make sure that we're changing any quantities that we need, maybe asking for different pricing. So over here, we have the ask price. Let's say for this item, we really need it for $4.98. That will download on the purchase order when we're submitting it to our supplier. That will show you guys in just a few seconds once we get into that specific time period. So let's kind of now jump into what it would look like to actually review a purchase order. So let's say that we want to submit an order with KHE. We're going to filter down by KHE, and we're going to look and remove any products that really don't meet our buying criteria. So let's say any items that are less than 10% are items that we want to remove. So we have no items less than 10%. That's awesome. And then let's say items that will be less than $2 in profit per sale. We have one of them. However, this item looks like it's going to be $1,200 in profit at 14% margin. It's pretty solid. We're going to keep it on. So now what we're going to do is we can review all these products from KHE to make sure that it's profitable, that we're actually going to buy them. So something I wanted to mention as well is the way that the software works. I mentioned this a few times, is that if you want to adjust things like the bundle quantity or the prep type or the storage type or the UPC or the vendor SKU, this is all done within the master product folder. So I'll show you guys as an example. Let's say this item here, it says it's a 2-pack, but let's just say in the software really said 1-pack. So if we adjusted this to 1-pack or a bundle quantity as 1, we're now going that the bundle quantity is now 1. So obviously we're going to change this back to 2, but the point is that the way that the software works is that all the data is funneled from your master product folder besides your buy quantities and your unit cost. Now, the only reason why we do this is because we believe that it's better to adjust it one time rather than consistently having to adjust it. Meaning that if you went to go purchase this Zoe organic extra virgin olive oil a month later and you adjusted it here, a month later from now, you're gonna have to do that all over again. You're gonna have to look at the product again, make sure the bundle quantity is correct. You're consistently having to do more steps in your business. So you lose a little bit of time to quickly go into the master product folder if you need to adjust anything to make sure that it's done forever. And then moving forward, you never have to do it again. Compared to every single time that you order that product, you consistently have to make sure that that product's good and that you're gonna have to adjust it every single time. It's a pain in the butt. It's going to take more time in the long run, and it's going to require you to actually hire more people to manage your business, to data enter. So it's going to solve a lot of problems in the long term for your business. So now let's kind of walk through the process of like reviewing a PO like this. So what I like to do is I like to always focus on the highest total profit products first by focusing on pretty much what is the best return on my time. And then I can see there's some items here that's like $12 in profit at a 10% margin. So I'd open that listing up. I would kind of see if that listing needs higher quantity or if it doesn't. Get an idea of like, is it really worth it, right? So in my head, we're actually just going to remove that item, and we're just going to delete it for the sake of the video. And now we're just kind of shrinking down how much we're going to buy because we have other areas that we can buy that product or other items from that are more profitable, where that cash can be better utilized. So now let's say that we're reviewing that PO and this product was good. This product was good. We're really not too sure about this one. It's yellow. This one is red because it looks like it's hard gated. This one's good. This one's good. Good. Yellow. Good. Red. Good. Good. And now we have a list of items of different colors. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because let's say the Colgate, we need to request approval. It's not a bad item. We've already added it. It's just about, do we want to buy it today? Right? And we don't want to just remove it. So what's a better option to kind of submit an order without having to remove it? We just flag the product. It also communicates if you have multiple people working together that more or less like, hey, this product has been reviewed. You don't need to take a look at it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to filter by products that are green. And now these are all the items from KeHE that have been verified that we want to purchase. So we can see all the values up top. $3,000 in profit, $3 in net profit per sale, 20% or 19% net margin, 56% ROI, $16,000 in revenue. So these are all products that we're going to buy. So we're going to select all on the left-hand side or whatever ones that we want to select and simply just hit submit. Now it's going to create a PO with the date, the vendor, and all the metrics on that specific PO. Now, if I wanted to go and download the PO and submit this to my supplier, all I need to do is click on this Excel file. All I need to do is just drag and drop it if you just want to be able to make sure the file looks good, import the data, and now all of a sudden you're going to see everything that you need for the PO. The product description, the item code, the UPC, how many units you want to buy, the case pack, how many cases, the unit cost, if you want to ask for a better price, your company name, your account number, everything that you would need to go directly from third-party profits to then your supplier. So then you go and you import this file in, or you go and you submit it to your sales rep to get a better price. And now they're going to come back and they're going to give you different pricing, meaning the quantities are going to change, pricing is going to change. So let's say this item, we didn't get 804 units, we really got 360. This item here, we ended up getting 72. This one was good. This one, the price increased. Now it's at, let's say, 1025. This one, we can only get 24 units. This one, we're good at 36. This one's at 12. This one's at 12. Now, let's say that in reality, this Lakewood product really doesn't make any sense anymore. Doesn't make much sense anymore. We're going to click this button and simply just hit back to working. Now that we have our confirmation, we can now essentially figure out what items we're going to purchase. So we can download this PO right here and send it back to the supplier if we needed to, or we could download an export file to then create a shipment through the software. So if you're using Inventory Lab or if you're using Inventory Lab or 2D Workflow, you can download their template. So let's go with this template here. We're going to hit File, Import. Just going to drag that file in. And now, just like that, we're going to have exactly what we need to in order to create a shipment directly from third-party profits into another software with any of the information that they're asking for. So it literally streamlines the process from the beginning of sourcing, restocking inventory, building purchase orders, to downloading purchase orders, to then creating shipments with other shipping softwares to be able to streamline your processes for your business. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's jump into the next one.